Hi there, everyone. This is Mrs. Simpson again. Mr. Mulliken and I have been talking a lot about how it's going to look for students on the first few days. And we also know we've been getting quite a few emails because I know parents want to make sure they're as prepared as they possibly can so they can prepare their student. So we have information coming out in an email format, and we're also doing these videos so you guys can listen to those, so the kids can listen to those. And then that way everybody's as prepared as they possibly can be for the first day of school, which I will say is Tuesday, August 18th. The school day is 8 to 2:30, whether you are remote or whether you are in person. So there's a couple of things we want to make sure that we remind you and you know. So when I say 8 to 2:30, I have had several emails about worries about I don't think that my child can be online all day long from 8 to 2:30. That was never and is not the expectation for your child to be online all day long from 8 to 2:30. We will have plenty of opportunities, just like the classroom, where a teacher teaches a lesson and then she gives the kids independent time to learn and explore and figure out what they want to have for questions, what they need help on. We're going to have plenty of independent time. We're going to have time with the teacher. We're going to have time for specials like art, music, recess, lunch. We're going to have time back in for math and reading, and then we're going to have time that's going to be independent time that they're going to be working on their lessons. All of that is going to be as similar to a day in the building as it is to a day out of the building. We've worked really hard at both buildings this summer, creating a plan that allows our students to have the same experience, whether remote or in person. So we're going to learn how to do this together. It's new for everyone, so we're going to be patient and work together and get as great as we can at this. So as a reminder, the school day is 8 to 2:30. And what we're going to be doing, so your child, since you chose the hybrid for your child that is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday remote, and Thursday, Friday in person, the first day of school falls on one of their remote days. So how that will look for them, we want to be really super proactive. We want to make sure that about, 7:45, 10 till 8, they want to get signed onto their Chromebooks. And if you've created a spot at home for them to do their lessons and or at the babysitters so they know that they can sit at the kitchen table and work on their lessons, that's perfectly fine. So you're going to have them sign into their Chromebook just like they normally would if they were here at school. And you probably have already tried to sign into the Chromebook from the video we sent out earlier, and that's wonderful, or the directions that our tech team had shared. So we're going to have them sign on, and then they will actually meet their teachers remotely through Google Classroom that day at 8 a.m. So when they get into their Google Classroom, they're going to click on that link that shares a Google Meet, and then they can meet their teacher at that point in time, and the teacher will take it from there. They're going to practice on that day several times, signing in, signing out, touching base with their teachers, so it can become really normal for them to be signing in on the computer so they get used to it. The first days of learning at both buildings are going to be focused on us getting to know our students and our students to get to know us. We want to make sure they know who their teachers are. So if they're in the Google Classroom, they know which teacher to go to. We want to get them really familiar with that. While at the same time, we're going to be over the next few weeks working on the 7 habits. And that is not something that is something that's going to be developed no matter whether we're remote or here. We want to keep on going with that because it's been a phenomenal thing for our district, and it's been phenomenal for us for our well-being as well. So, and we've been seeing kids do great things with that in leadership. So we're going to be working on that. All the while, teachers will be reaching out and sending guardian invites to Google Classroom so you can be aware of what your student is doing and what they're involved in and what they need to do, or maybe perhaps what they haven't turned in and stuff like that. And they'll be reaching out to you with calls, as well as we want to, when everything gets finely tuned and we get settled into a pattern, we're going to make sure that we get our finely tuned schedules home to you so you know specifically in the remote days where your kids need to be and who they'll be seeing and so forth like that. You're going to do this again on Wednesday. So they'll have 2 remote days, Tuesday and Wednesday. And then on Thursday, it's going to feel very, very traditional day. If they ride the school bus, they're going to hop on the school bus. If you drop them off, then you're going to drop them off. The only difference is on Thursday, I want you to remind them at the school bus, they need to wear their face masks. They need to wear their face masks for the entire ride. And we want to make sure our bus drivers can focus on the driving and the safety, and the kids focus on the masks and wearing them so they don't have to worry about that either. And then if you're dropping them off, you want to make sure they have their face masks on. We have teams out front. If you have already self-certified for your child, we should have a report already that shows that, and we can check them off the list, no problem, and we can get them in the building or outside, depending upon which building your child is in, and get them where they need to be. If you haven't self-certified for your child, and that's okay, we understand everybody is working, everybody is busy. So if you haven't, we have teams out front to take temperatures and get them in the building just the same or outside, wherever they may be, and to get their day started. And that day, they'll actually get to meet their teacher in person, and they will do more practicing in terms of Google Classroom and everything like that, and just continue to have activities to get to know their teachers so we can move forward with the 7 habits and go from there and make this the best year they possibly can have. So I think the other thing I want to remind you all is if we can get into a practice of charging our Chromebooks every night, just like brushing our teeth, you want to have them plug in that Chromebook and charge it. Our students that are half remote and a couple of days face to face, you want to make sure they bring that Chromebook every single day they are face to face. That becomes a habit. Have them put that in the backpack in the morning. However you need to do that for your family to help support them creating a habit for themselves so they don't forget those things. And after a little time and a little practice, I think we're all going to help each other along the way to ensure a great year for our kids. Thanks so much. You guys have a great day, and we can't wait to see you remotely if you are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday remote. We can't wait to see you remotely on Tuesday the 18th. Take care.